Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of our Cub Scout Network here in Central Florida Council. I'm Mr. Richard.
And I'm Mr. Chris. And we are really looking forward to being able to continue our communication with all of the families and Cub Scouting here in the Central Florida Council on what is happening in Cub Scouts. Richard, did you get a chance last Saturday to look at the Family Fun Fest? Did you see all that cool stuff that happened?
Absolutely. I had a fun time watching it in my home with my dog. They had a great episode or segment on sharing your dog's photo. So if you look on the actual website using the hashtag, you might see me and my dog sitting there watching the Scouting at Home video.
Me and my son JD actually watched a lot of it, and he's really into rockets. So one of the things we watched was the rocket launches. So that was really cool too. So I'm not as hip as Richard's, but I think the hashtag thing means something. And so do what he just said. So
Absolutely.
When it comes to that.
Speaking of that, we have our first mail call.
What?
On our email address. If you haven't noticed, you can email us at CSN, Cub Scout Network, at cflscouting.org.
Hey guys, this is Cub Master Jeff from Pack 996. Our virtual pack water fight is one of the many ways we're staying safe, having fun, and cooling off here during the summer. So let's get ready to get wet.
This concludes our Pack 996 virtual water fight. Hope to see everyone soon this fall. Be safe and have a great summer.
Again, like Richard talked about, please, if you have ideas, you have videos you want to share, picture collages you want to share, please email it to csn@cflscouting.org, and we'll be able to catalog some of the items and get it out to everyone watching this network.
Yeah, and even if we don't showcase it during the show itself, some of them we'll also be able to put right on our YouTube page. So make sure you hit the subscribe button to the Central Florida Council YouTube where you're probably watching this video right now. So today we're going to talk about recruitment. And Chris, do you want to talk about what the traditional orientation nights at the schools are going to look like this year?
Yeah, so with our environment right now, there's a couple of changes that we've made with our elementary schools. And one of the things that we did was we actually created web pages for every one of our elementary schools here in the Central Florida Council. There's 453 web pages designed specifically to give information to parents about Cub Scouting at their school. It links to a whole bunch of different things where people can actually sign up to be a Cub Scout online, and then gives them information on how to actually go to the sign up night, to orientation night, to get information to build dens, help recruit leaders. And we've got a lot of virtual components that we're going to be able to infuse this year too. We've got some ads that we're going to put with the schools, and we've also got an idea where every single person who signs up is actually going to be getting a video that talks about the basics of Cub Scouting. We've got our who's who on our staff and our volunteers putting together an amazing video that we're really excited to showcase. So recruitment's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Richard, what are some of the other than schools, what else do you think that we could do to get more families involved in the adventure we call Cub Scouting here in Central Florida?
Absolutely. There's tons of different things you can do to help assist with the orientation night itself. You can actually make sure you share some videos and share posts on your own social media, because the number one tool to recruitment is actually peer-to-peer recruiting. And that is when your Cub Scout or your family recruits another kid, their friend, their classmate, someone in their neighborhood, to join Cub Scouts with them. So there are a ton of opportunities to just send an invite. Say, hey, we're doing an orientation night. Hey, you want to come to our first den meeting? Do you want to come to our first pack meeting? Do you want to see what scouting's about? And share your scouting story. We all have awesome scouting stories that all started somewhere. So make sure you share that with your social media, and make sure you share it around the community and invite your friends, because that's the most important part. Is peer-to-peer recruiting this year is going to be very, very critical to help grow your pack, your den, and so your son or daughter can have a lot of fun.
And if you want to find some of the virtual resources that we've got set up this year for recruitment and getting more families joining scouting, if you go to joinscoutsfl.com, it will take you to a plethora of videos to talk about scouting. That's a big word.
That's an awesome word, plethora.
Thank you. So we get points from our editors if we use cool words. That's one of them, I think.
Yeah, that one wins probably.
And so, but joinscoutsfl.com is the video where you'll be able to also be linked to all of the different elementary school websites also. So go to joinscoutsfl.com to get more information. Contact your district executive and your membership chair in your district. We're really looking forward to getting more and more scouts to join here in Central Florida.
Also, yeah, I think it's very important to remember that the best thing about scouting is having more friends in the program with us, and the more scouting stories we can share, the better. So today, Chris, we have an awesome and exciting thing. We have our first advertiser with us here on the Cub Scout Network.
We've got our first advertisement?
Yes, we have an advertisement. Wow. They decided to advertise with us because of the success from last week's episode and everything going on. So I'm proud to say that Cub Halloween weekend at La Noche is going to be our first advertiser. So please check out this awesome video from our Cub correspondents with Cub Halloween weekend.
Hi there, everyone. I'm Lee, your Cub Scout Program Director. Guess what's coming up this fall at Camp La Noche? You're right, Cub Halloween. It'll be a spooky good time with some carnival games and some crafts and STEM and BB and archery, swimming and hiking, plus even some contests like pumpkin carving, campsite decorations, and maybe even the scariest scarecrow. Registration is now open and space is limited, so register today. Oh, and don't forget, bring your very favorite Cub Halloween costume. Oh, and are you looking for something unique to do on Halloween night? Well, we have that for you too. Join us on October 31st for our first ever virtual Cub Scout Halloween. During this 2-hour event, you'll get to participate in some unique quizzes, a costume contest, a mad scientist STEM laboratory show, a Boo Boogie dance party, and you'll even get to see what lurks in the shadows along one of Camp La Noche's Halloween haunted trails. So watch our Facebook page for more information and the registration link, because it's coming soon, within the next week.
Wow, that looks really exciting. I really like the component about a virtual experience too. If some individuals might not want to go to camp, even though we're ready and rocking to do an amazing program, a virtual component to our Cub Halloween weekend is going to be really neat for every family here in Central Florida.
Yeah, having that choice is going to be critical. So I think that wraps it up for episode 2.
I think so. We're really excited about the future of the future episodes that are coming. Episode 3 is going to have even more and more virtual components that we're going to talk about. We'll talk a little bit about Popcorn 2020. We're also just excited to talk about the future of Cub Scouting and the opportunities and activities your son and daughter can do with you and the rest of your family in your home, and share them with your den, share them with your Cub Scout pack. And again, please, if you have any ideas, if you want things you want to showcase, if you want to brag, that's a best way to do it is to send a video to us, and we'll be able to try to show it here on the Central Florida Cub Scout Network. But again, I agree. I think, Richard, thank you again for everything. We're looking forward to our next episode.
Yeah,
and so
and don't forget the most important part, hit subscribe and share our video with all of your network.
absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Yep, see you on the scouting trail.